fix that. Nope, it's gonna just keep doing it. Whatever, I'll just have to deal with
it. Oh, if I remember correctly, there's a lot of green doors I can access because I need to find. I need to find the point to. Sorry. Yeah, I need to find the point to get the guy that's to turn off the shields. To meet up with the guy to turn off the shields.
Okay, yes.
I was trying to
Well,
find the
you're
right
not
words.
meeting up with a guy. You're just going to turn the shields off. But yes, that's correct.
They said there was someone there at a location.
I did not say that.
They said.
Samus, the Federation Armada is now in orbit above the pirate homeworld. We're ready for the
How do they
final
not
assault,
see them?
but the base is protected by a barrier that prevents us from landing. We need you to disable this defense system.
Yeah, there's no one there.
I see Unit 242.
That's the Aurora unit, Bleach. That's not where they are.
Oh.
You know, the biological supercomputer, in case you forgot. You gotta go over there as well. That room, remember, it was blocked by a phasite shield, so you now have the ability to get through it.
Yeah.
The green door. That's what you want. As for how to get there, I don't remember. There's probably multiple ways to do it. You have to actually enter the room, I think. It may not. Your little trick may not work with them. Also, he sounded the alarm, so if you don't want to deal with commandos, you should know. Yeah, it works for them for some reason. I don't know why. Not every pirate has that weakness. I wonder if it just goes through hyper mode too. I would assume.
Oh, he had. That's why he had. Hello.
I was waiting for you to like remember. Jeez.
Wait, I wondered.
I doubt it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why the commandos are the only ones with that. That's interesting.
Oh
look, I'm gonna look that up.
Sorry, I was just backtracking because I was curious about those green doors. Like, why are they worth?
In those rooms already, Bleach. Although there is one you didn't go in.
I want to check out that one. I know that it was backtracking, and I do apologize, but I don't know why. Something is.
I don't care what you do, Bleach. It's fine. You're playing the game as it's intended to be played.
Wait, alright, B's the boost. There we go. I don't know why I forgot that. Oh, that's the wrong way. Whoops. It's up there. It's up there. That's the way I'm supposed to go. Okay, so how do I get up there again? I thought there was like a spider ball truck or something. I don't know. Wait. Am I just remembering some things wrong? Oh, I have to take. Do I have to take the long way around? Just because I'm trying to remember how to get to that, up to that green door.
I don't remember. You can't go through that green door?
The green door's up there.
It's in a different room. Sort of. Kind of. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, it's right up there.
I don't.
I see it. I did not mean to do that. It's right up there. I can't get up there. From what I can tell. Unless... Wait. Actually, maybe I can. And I'm just... Yeah, I'm seeing now. There we go. that's not destructible. It just looks like it. Is this just a dead end? Can't be right.
It's definitely not a dead end, please. You probably have to go up or something. The room is more vertical than you think, I think. See?
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah. Hello. Those look like searchlights, oddly. Oh, wow, I just went the wrong way. Okay. Screw it.
Looks like it's just the nature of their armor that allows you to get that headshot. No, nothing special. It's the one weakness. Ah. Don't walk past that, Bleach. That was phasite.
Yeah, I see the phase. I see that I take care of these guys first.
You didn't even see them when you walked past it.
Hey, what do you know? More missiles.
Kind of what I expected. Hey, what do you know? The most common pickup in the game. Oh, good, your friend's back.
What the hell? What?
Oh, right, they do that. I kind of forgot. Interesting.
I thought for a moment I glitched the game. I was like, how am I floating?
I think that was a glitch. Oh, nice. This is actually basically where the game intended you to go. Look, it's a landing site. Just gotta clear the garbage.
You think I could just...
So your backtracking basically was a shortcut.
A shortcut to get to where I'm supposed to go?
Yeah. The newer Metroid games are kind of designed with that in mind. Whenever you have to backtrack for like the next stage in standard progression, usually what will end up happening is that the game designers will basically give you a convenient way to get there that you couldn't do before. Happens a fucking lot in Dread. Although to be honest, Dread is a bit different. I guess Dread is a bit different and how it does it. But I think it's an evolution of design, of the same design philosophy that you see in this game. You don't usually get pure backtracking anymore, where it's like, okay, walk way back with no additional like means of doing it, since like Metroid Prime 2, I'm gonna say. And even then, I think it was starting to happen there with like extra elevators, previous areas. But like what I'm describing is like that they don't really do anymore. It's something like when you get the boost ball in Metroid Prime 1, you basically have to go all the way back to the start of the game to use it. And then once you get it, you have to go all the way back to where you just were. With no shortcuts, really. Only, okay, there is a little bit of a shortcut, but it's still a pretty long trek. They kind of... future games after that sort of, like, go in the... Sort of take to the line philosophy, design philosophy, where they want to minimize that pain point as much as possible. Whether it's by adding an extra elevator or some other shortcut to make it faster. This landing site is a great example of that.
Yeah, because a lot of people are... They're starting to, I think a lot of game devs are starting to realize a lot of people don't like backtracking.
Well, it's not a new thing, Bleach. It's just like... the nature of these games requires backtracking. It's just how to make backtracking more fun or, like, less tedious. And that's what they're trying to do. Nobody's going to just say, oh, right, all backtracking is bad. At least in a game genre like this. Do you enjoy Murder Bleach?
Maybe. I have you as one of the many people to thank for that.
I mean, it's not like I'm on the top. Just like what you said, baby. See to your right.
Hello, that one needs power. Hello.
That's... you wish you can get that. Well, maybe you can. This elevator does not look very, stable. Jeez, what the fuck? Like, you didn't even break the elevator. It broke on its own. Space Pirates really gotta, like, get better at their maintenance, good lord.
Wait a minute.
Please just shoot it. It's a targetable object. And goodbye, elevator.
Oh! Whoop!
Wow, please. You actually just...
Oh, hi. It counted when we landing there.
It's very generous of that for some reason.
I know if I ask someone not to clip that, someone's gonna clip it anyway. I know people enough on my channel. Okay, so I gotta... So
The elevator,
going up,
Bleach.
yeah, the elevator up there.
Second to highest floor.
Okay, yep, this one. The second highest, you said. Yeah, you just use this to get back.
It's your door. It's straight ahead.
Okay, and put the X-ray on.
I don't even know why this thing is here, considering you need it to open the green door anyway.
I wonder, like...
Not something you can interact with at the moment. but you can figure out what it is.
Organic mat. Overloaded with phase on energy.
You have to, like, give it energy. You can't just shoot it.
Oh, I see where this is going. I'm gonna get a... I'm gonna get a upgrade that's good. Allow me to use phase on with my grapple. And I'm gonna transfer phase on into... Oh god. I wonder how that's gonna work.
It's, as far as I remember, it is the most boring of the three. Because, like, how many applications do you actually have for it in, like, terms of combat? At least hyper missiles, hyper ball. I guess it's the most boring of the four. Excuse me. I'm sorry. No, it's boring of three. At least hyper missiles and hyper ball can sort of, like, be used on enemies. Like, how do you use the grapple in hyper mode? Shield guy's really annoying.
Well, I'm gonna try something here.
You tried this already.
Splash damage works, remember?
Yes, but like you have a terrible angle to get it to work. You're also like trying something like you didn't know it worked already. You do know it works.
I just didn't expect that angle to be so bad.
Splash damage is smaller. I think the splash radius is smaller than it looks. Just a little sad. I don't know what you think that is. That is a piece of glass.
Oh.
It is not a morphball tunnel. That's glass. It's just a design in the window.
You know, I wonder for those freezing walls, could you possibly open them without the beam if you just shoot randomly, unless the spots are always the same?
No, I think the reason for that is, well, first of all, what do you mean without what? The X-ray visor?
No, without the. Well, no, probably without the phase on thing. Without the.
What phase on thing?
The green beam I have. The plastic.
Well, no, because your shots wouldn't go through it.
Oh, okay, now. Okay, I forgot.
Beam.
I don't know why I forgot that at that part. I blame the fact that
Okay.
Can I blame that daylight savings is getting to me?
Oh yeah, sure. Blame that. Also commandos.
Thank God it's gonna be gone.
Might not be gone.
What makes you think it won't be gone?
Because Congress, like, stopped caring for a little while. There's no guarantee you're actually going to pass that thing. There are a lot of commandos here. I think you have your murder beam.
Ow. Hey, buddy. Okay. Bye.
This one behind you. What are you doing?
His shots made it look like he was flying.
And now you have to go back up. How fun.
Oh, hi. Hey, was that supposed to be a fat phase-on bomb?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought that someone threw a phase-on bomb at me for a second.
Pretty sure if someone did that, it'd be a lot more obvious. I don't even know if they do it. I don't think they're going to stop appearing until you turn the thing off.
That's That's fine. I can take them out slowly.
I think one-shot kill thing is a bit too good against these guys. There's so many of them.
What was that they just threw on me?
I don't know, but if it was a hyper mode bomb, you would know. I don't know why you keep going to Morph Ball.
I don't know why either. I think I'm trying to cancel it, but I forgot it's like it's plus, not.
Press minus and then move it to the center. So what do you mean that's hyper mode? Also, congratulations, you have taken down a shield, and the invasion has begun.
And like one of the shots, the things they threw at me almost made me think like, wait, is that a sticky grenade? No, wait, that's Halo.
Outstanding job, Samus. I knew the Federation could count on you. I've given the order to begin the invasion. I'm headed down there with the troops. Meet me at these coordinates.
Okay, what are the coordinates?
I really don't know why an admiral is like leaving the ship to go down to the surface, but whatever.
Oh, that's
It
not
just
that
seems
far.
like unnecessary.
Wait,
Yeah, it's not. I think you have to head back to the elevator.
actually, no.
Oh, I guess you don't. Alright, well, you know where to go. It's the area where that was impassable before. Oh, yes, you do. Go to the elevator and go back up. Rather, I mean, go up, not back up.
Yeah, I just.
Wait, go straight ahead and make a left. Like, I'm glad you're using the map, but I don't know why it takes you so long to see the path.
It was like this.
No! No! Actually, wait, is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. I'm looking at the. I'll pull up the map again, and look, we go up here.
I don't know if that works. It might. It's not the path I saw. I don't know if it works.
Here, we go around here, then we go to here, and then it's just straight ahead.
I'm not so sure about that, but okay.
The only thing I cannot be sure about is
This room. Because this is just a window. I don't remember what else is here.
oh.
This is where you were getting an item earlier in the game, as I remember.
Yeah.
Turn around, investigate the room, and honestly, but if there's nothing here, then you have to just, like, get out of here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Remember, please, you went back into the same room you just were in, and you didn't see another path, did you?
No, nothing.
Go to the elevator. It's the most straightforward way. Turn around.
Wait, what's? Oh,
You
this.
went there before.
Wait, so this?
Yes. Now head up to the top floor. That? Wait, no, that's not
That's
it.
not the way.
The other way.
Yeah.
The orange door.
Oh, now I see why I was getting confused. Because I was being taken to the same room, but there was a window I was looking at. Oh.
I'm pretty sure what you're seeing there is a one-way path that you took earlier when you couldn't go this way.
Oh,
Remember
okay,
that?
Okay, yeah, that's probably it. So I was kind of on the right way, but I just ended up on the one-way path.
Bleach, just go
Oh,
through
right.
it. It doesn't hurt you.
this place.
Outstanding work, Samus. I don't say this often, but I sure am impressed. That said, you've still got work to do. Up ahead is the pirate cargo line that leads to the sea. There's a large security door located at the end. 4 demolition troopers are needed to open the final door, so you need to make sure enough of them make it safely through this area.
4 demolition troopers are... Oh, God.
It actually is an escort mission, but don't worry, it's really not that hard. You do get an extra bonus unlockable. I think it's just a friend voucher if you like keep them all alive, but you really don't need to.
We're right behind you, Samus. Do some damage.
I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of escort.
Yep, you know, give it a friggin' chance before you judge it.
I will, but it's just...
You have to talk to him first. Come on, he's standing in your way. Also, these guys look like Mandalorians. Their armor's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do. Speaking of, I've been watching season 3.
The other way. The lights are not lit up.
Wait, do I go after them or do I go up here?
They're going a different path. You go forward. Basically, just kill enemies and like do a good job killing enemies, and you'll be fine. That was a basic space part. That's just an armored space part. Nothing special for right now. Also, I'm pretty sure friendly fire doesn't exist. No, they're not commandos, Bleach. So don't worry about shooting your friends.
Okay, so I can get up there.
You can't, for the last time, the screw attack does not give you height.
Actually, no, I thought that was actually a normal platform. I actually did
No.
the screw attack up instant. Don't ask me why that's...
Charge for more than 2 seconds, please. I'm sorry, charge for more than half a second. And don't stand next to the enemies. Well, you've already lost 2 of your demo troopers, so you're not doing a great job.
I never stated I was good at escort.
Well, it's not. There's nothing to escorting Bleach. You just need to kill the enemies fast, and you're failing to do it. That's the issue. There's no technique to this escort mission. You
Oh,
just
God!
Kill them before they. What?
How's this? What? Oh, shit! Shit! Hold on! Shit! Fuck! What? Fuck! What? Fuck! Sorry, I just saw the message on my laptop that said power battery saver is on. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, God. I could have lost the stream right then and there.
It'll be the end of the world, then. It's good that you caught it.
What?
I mean, yeah, that worked. That kills him quickly, that's for sure. Try and, like, focus one at a time. You just keep spraying everywhere. Just stay in until it runs out.
I'm corrupted.
Yes, that's why I said stay in it until it runs out. Alright, you got one of them through. Take it. Whenever this cutscene happens, it's showing you that there are two guys up there that you should try and keep alive. Again, though, it just means you need to kill the enemies quickly.
That's what I'm trying to actually
Otherwise,
rush
like, get in
ahead.
front of them. There you go. Good start.
That was
Oh, look, they're
not
actually
fair.
they're actually that one you can protect that one, but you still have a regular trooper. Remember, only the yellow guys are important.
Huh? Oh.
Alright, you good job. You protected these guys. For now, anyway.
Well, hello.
Finished yet. Not finished yet. So Hypermode will go through the shields, I think. I don't think Hypermode cares about the shields.
Oh shit, that's my...
Well, they both died. Unfortunate. Maybe this isn't as easy as I remember. Forgot about those things. It's been a while since you've seen them. At least you just missed them. Alright. Hypermode will go through the shields, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it doesn't care. That's good. Getting their faces, too, will make them more likely to shoot you. That's fine, you're getting energy back, so feel free to use Hypermode. You have a lot of things.
Oh god, why?
Oh, hey, a Berserker Knight. It's been a while. You know how to beat them. Actually, hold on. X-ray? Does X-ray work? It's not X-ray, but that's fine. He's dead anyway. Just kill it. It's dead. It's dead. Little parts. So far, so good. I think they're more susceptible to missiles, the green guys. You should be using missiles on them.
Well, that worked.
Don't assume you're done.
What the
Oh!
hell is that?
You saw this guy earlier, actually. Well, you know how to kill these guys quickly, at least. Well, I recommend using it. Good. Alright, I think you're good.
Sorry if I was being quite a lot there. Just kind of focus.
Fine, just remember to actually shoot the canisters for energy recharges, because you were... At one point you shot, you missed, and you're just like, ah, fuck it, I'm not gonna bother, and kept going.
I unfortunately sometimes, depending on how escorts are, I go on autopilot.
I see. That doesn't really help.
No, I'll admit it does not, but that's just shows like how I'm
Alright.
not much of a huge fan. Like I'll admit, it's not as bad as some others I've done.
This one run really wasn't like anything to it. Just kill the enemies fast. And yeah, I was right. It's not exactly that easy to fail. Sorry, that it's not very easy to fail.
Okay, so
You probably have to activate something to open that. Yeah, like the switch next to that guy. By the way, jump down.
oh. Oh, hello.
It's kind of easy to miss this, but it's free health recharge. And see if those boxes have any missiles.
Nope.
Oh, you have full missiles anyway, you don't need anything. Man, I wish there was more of a missile sink in this game. Like a thing you can actually use, like beam combos where you can actually use a large number of missiles for. Because they kind of just pile up. You don't really have need for 120 of them.
That is the thing I'm looking for, but if I know this game well enough, it's not gonna be that easy to get to that.
Actually, it's pretty easy to get to it, don't you think?
You were saying?
I knew that was gonna happen. It's easy to get there. I didn't say nothing was gonna knock you down. I just got bitched up by that guy.
I mean, I kind of saw this pirate
This
commander.
is the pirate commander. He's a mini boss. And they teleport a lot. Also can't like
Ultra
use the
phase.
stupid trick to one-shot them. You can, however, kill the commandos with it. You're gonna want to focus on the commander if you can, though, because I don't know if these guys ever stop spawning. Well, he's in hyper mode now. Now you're doing no damage. Certainly a lot of damage. Did you just kill him already?
Yep.
Good lord. He's so... He takes forever if you don't use hyper mode like that. Oh my god.
And I just stood there and took it.
That was so boring. Oh my god. They could have done this. You didn't even why didn't he teleport? You were right next to him, kicking his ass. Unless he did teleport, but I'm pretty sure I saw his body disintegrate. But that was stupid. I remember it being more fun than that.
Did I make you angry, man? Essentially, with how stupid I made him
What?
look.
Oh my god. That said, I don't have a great memory of him either way, so maybe he really wasn't all bad to begin with. Whatever. The real interesting boss is coming up.
I might tell you how I know one person who, while everyone was saying and agreeing with John that, yeah, no, Mega Pirate sucks, we've all died to him at least once. There was one guy saying, like, I didn't. I killed him first try.
Did you see my recent tweet, Bleach? I
No.
killed him on cycle last time with 3 energy tanks only.
But that was like your how much how many times have you fought Omega
Oh
Pirates?
yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I don't know, like a lot. But I was also like a kid when I struggled against him, so
This was someone that I know that said it was their first time playing it and they beat him first try.
yeah. But like when I'm a kid, I suck at everything. In case you forgot.
I mean, we all do, but
Does it really count as a first try? If you're so like, yeah, this is a landing pad. Please use you just call your ship. Like I thought you would have recognized those little like lights by now.
Ooh,
Archie, it's not a, it is a landing pad, but you're also like breaking the door first.
I mean, I still count it because you technically learn games through your first try regardless. As much as the meat.
I wonder if I played Metroid Prime as an adult, would I have been able to beat Omega Pirate in one try on my first attempt? That is a good question and one thing I'll never have the answer to. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's fair.
He certainly is the hardest thing in that game, though. Or none.
Just like.
Oh wait, actually, Meta Ridley might be harder. At least at his like melee phase. His melee phase, I am not sure I would have beaten one try as an adult. Now that I think about it. So.
Though I'm recording, like Meta Ridley took me at least I want to say two, maybe 3 tries compared to.
I don't remember if they made him. I don't remember if they changed the fight in the trilogy version. They might have.
I still find it funny though that in the original GameCube you could just boost ball into him for massive damage. I kind of wish they kept that because I would have just laughed if I exploited that.
Silly. Also,
if I exploited that, my blind.
Also, the tunnel kind of just goes straight into the Leviathan for some reason. Don't really know how to have that work out. But it kind of makes sense considering the space pirates are actively using the phazon within it. It makes sense they would set that up. I just don't know how they did it.
Oh, I can just. Right, I can just do this.
I can't believe your first thought is not screw attack when half the time it is your first thought when it's wrong.
Oh, I know what to do. It's forcing me out.
I love how this place looks. It's so cool.
Okay, so let's say we.
No, it's not here.
I'm just overviewing what we fought because we always fought some kind of creature of the world when we.
That's right.
We fought one of those golems in the first one, which I'm still gonna stand sucks as a first actual boss. Like the first
robot.
boss.
Yes.
Then the robot was fun. I found it even if easy. I'm gonna get something space pirate related because this is the space pirate homeworld.
Massive just refight Omega Pirate.
Oh God, no! Wait, unless I knew it.
Welcome to Ridley. He's back. You didn't think you'd fight him at the start of the game and then not again, did you?
Nope.
He's always back.
Omega Ridley. Revived and returned through phazon exposure. Omega Ridley has been energized to a new combat threat level. Target retains extremely purple phase-on enhanced armor skin, as well as protective armor plating. Scans hint that a recent injury has not fully healed. Expose and target wound to inflict damage. Target will act to protect this vulnerability. Seek ways to stun the enemy and leave it open for deadly attacks. Oh, come on,
Unsurprisingly, the weak point is the chest. No, Bleach, you can't just do that. You have to actually stun him. Unsurprisingly, the weak point is the chest, because it usually is. Yeah, just shooting him normally isn't going to do anything. You see he's not flashing yellow or anything. That said, his mouth is usually a weak point. Or rather, like a point of where you can stun. There you go!
Oh, wait, I saw it.
Rip the armor plating off. Yes, good. Try using phase on. Bleach.
Oh.
It's not flashing red. If the enemy is not flashing anything, then your attacks aren't doing anything.
You have to take the. Why'd I dash into it? Okay, alright.
Anytime that mouth is glowing, you can shoot it.
That's what I'm trying
It
to
might
do.
not be easy to do so.
Oh, jeez! He has that charge move again.
It's not quite as bad, fortunately. Rapid fire shots if it works. Like if you're gonna miss charge shots, yeah, it doesn't take that many. So rapid firing is honestly more of a solution than you might think. He's trying to angle himself away so you can't hit him. He's doing a pretty good job. Oh, you damaged him a little bit.
Okay. I can do this.
Shoot a missile from his mouth? That's what it looked like.
There's some good damage.
If you can aim the hyper missiles, it might be a good idea, especially if it's the first hit, because he tends to move after you've hit him a couple times.
Well,
Ooh,
this
that's
is
new.
new.
And,
Oh, jeez.
you want to scan that. See, he's vulnerable, but you can't shoot him. Because that armor's in the way.
But joints seem weak.
It's just going to give you the same one. The important thing is to know that the joints are weak. There you go.
Right.
It's actually doing damage to his health bar, weirdly. I don't really get that.
Okay.
Haven't
Always-
figured out the tell on that. You haven't figured out the tell on that attack. He does a specific animation whenever he does, right before. Yeah. He was gonna charge there if you didn't stun him. I think your best bet is to keep rapid firing.
How that hit me? Almost got it. I think he clipped me a bit.
Stuns him. Interesting. One shot. One side down.
He's gonna charge.
You figured it out. You have a lot of time to dodge it if you know it's coming. And the armor plating's off. Proceed as normal.
Where is he?
Just left. There he comes. I wouldn't even try and hit him from here. Just undo hyper mode.
Well. Okay, hi.
Could see him through the through your radar.
Yeah,
Might help. Well, that's new.
Now's a good chance, probably.
I don't know if you can. You have to still stun him. Although you could. You gotta shoot the mouth, but you still have to stun.
Here it comes.
You just don't need to use the grapple beam to like force the armor open anymore. But you. Still
Oh,
need to do
Juicy's
something.
charging more now.
3 times. Try getting a lock on would help. So close!
Oh my god, he's almost there.
If the missile hit, he would have died, but it didn't.
No, I think it did.
No, it didn't.
I wonder, could I morph ball underneath
I
him?
really doubt it, Bleach. Even if it looks like it's possible, I doubt they like program it that way.
Would you say it's worth an
I mean, it's-
experimentation?
Go nuts, Bleach. Like, you're about to win anyway.
Oh, well, he's flying. So I have
Fingers.
to wait.
Oh boy.
And he's completely invincible in this flying state.
Well, I mean, he actually has his mouth glowing if you somehow could hit it. Good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, if a really shit angle, you definitely could hit him with like some single shots while he's doing this. It's just not easy. I'm, like, locking on to him right now. Okay, he's finishing. No, he's not? Oh, come on!
I was gonna say, like, I like how I was able to call it, even if it is predictable. Like, I was like, wait.
Technically, you didn't call it, but you were thinking it. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing. Whatever.
What was the power bomb again? Oh, it's hold.
Did he just jump? What? Okay, try again.
Nope, that didn't work.
Wait, that worked!
Wait, it actually worked?
I mean, he flashed red. It certainly looked like it worked. You can try again if you want. Just try not to hold down the button the whole time. Do it only when you're close. You're just wasted your whole hyper mode.
I didn't even dodge that whole time.
Oh, try it now. He's just standing there, yeah. Hyper mode first, thank you.
Wait, he's not there.
Ah,
Where
he
is he?
jumped. Just wait for him to come back down. You're invincible anyway. Oh no, it just hit his... You were able to sort of hit him. It's not very good. Alright, so I guess the chest is always vulnerable. It's just hard to hit while he's like doing shit. How interesting.
Hey,
I would not recommend doing that again. You might kill yourself.
I'm not doing it.
Please stun him again before he does his flying attack. That takes forever. Okay, good. Just finish him.
Just finishing with style.
Yeah, it would have been a bit more style if, you know, your first shot didn't, like, miss horribly. Fucking comes back from exploding. I have no idea.
It's Ridley. He unfortunately never dies.
And for normal, you're now even more corrupted. There's your reward. How unsurprisingly, it is the hyper grapple, which I honestly think is, like, mostly pointless. Or rather, it's less interesting. It's just used for certain puzzles, and, like, what do you use it for in combat? Believe it or not, the grapple voltage actually does have a few applications, but it's similarly limited. I'd love to know if there were, like, things you can do with it against enemies that I'm not remembering.
Okay, so what do I do again?
You can't actually take energy out, you can only put it in. See, you're overloading it with internal phase-on energy. Just like that crystal said before.
It doesn't drain my health.
Well, it's because, well, it would drain your phase-on if you weren't, like, in, like, the special mode where you can't lose it, where you're, like, infinitely in hyper mode. But yeah, normally you use your, it would use your energy as normal. Functionally, it, like, it's exactly like the grapple voltage. There is actually, I just realized there is one application of the hyper grapple, but at least that I can remember. But that will come later. Pretty clever, actually. I never get tired of seeing that. I bet you're wondering what's next.
You have successfully destroyed the last remaining seed as detected by our systems. The spread of phase-on corruption has been stopped. This is a great day for the Federation. However, there is one more mission to complete. Skytown's Aurora Unit 217 reports that it has discovered the origin of the Leviathan attacks. It appears that this is where Dark Samus and her main pirate force are stationed. Destroying them will require a full-scale attack. Unfortunately, this location is so far away it cannot be reached by conventional space travel. We must instead create a wormhole to reach it. The pirates have constructed a Leviathan battleship, which is in orbit around this planet. If we can board this battleship, we may be able to force it to open a wormhole. Large energy surges consistent with a warp device are traveling between the pirates' planet and the Leviathan battleship. It appears the pirates are using this warp device to link to the ship. We will upload the coordinates of this device to you now.
So the Leviathans themselves are the only things actually capable of making the wormholes you need. So we're gonna have to hijack one.
And
Head to the main landing pad, I think. And then you have to... No. 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 Yeah. Was it the last one you hit?
shut up.
I mean, it just showed you on the map. I don't know if you were paying attention.
And Nightmare, sorry, what was it,
Oh, by the way, you have the, basically you have the area under Federation lockdown now. So you shouldn't actually find very many space pirates, if any.
Alright, so what now, I guess?
Oh, you just got the grapple voltage. So try and think of a place you can go that
There's
uses
only
that.
one I can think of.
And you already know where to go. Kind of surprised you remember the way to get there. Good job.
That one took a while to unlock.
Oh, unfortunate. It took up too much time. Hyper missiles might be faster. But that doesn't missile. I guess you could have also just waited for the auto vent. It doesn't really matter. Scan.
Right. No! Right. And to wherever this will lead then.
See? Already here. It looked like it was much further away, but actually it's just one tram ride away. Tram ride away. Jeez, can't enunciate apparently.
Scan that. And I'm guessing with that we can now enter it.
Just go in,
Oh.
yeah. are now on board the command center of the Leviathan. And there is it itself, as you see right there.
Samus, we have received new data from AU-217. A planet was detected at the epicenter from where the Leviathan telemetry originated. We have named this planet Phase.
I love that name.
Samus, it seems command codes are needed to gain control of the Leviathan. We have detected that the abandoned ship Valhalla has not been fully explored.
Oh, that is why.
It is
That's why you need to
possible
actually go
that
through that
some
place.
holds the answer. Return to the Valhalla and search for the command codes.
And
You got 3 more energy cells, I think. That might be enough. I don't remember how many there are. It might be enough to get there, but it also might not. You can either head back to the Valhalla right now and try and use those 3 cells, or you could go back to previous areas and try and find more. Norion's a good place to go, since you haven't been there since the start of the game. Otherwise, I don't have a whole lot of solid info. I can get it for you if you're stuck, but I think you'd rather do it yourself. Or at least try. So, what's your plan?
First up, we're gonna get to back to the ship.
Okay.
After that, I think what I might do is I might just go there and see what I can do until 2, and then until close to 2, and we'll end off for now. And they say in the game that really, guys, I am admittedly heavily tired to the daylight savings kicking in.
Could have just slept longer.
I was
It
babysitting
doesn't really make any sense.
I was
Don't get it.
babysitting my niece.
Oh, okay. Did you have to wake up by Did you have to wake up via an alarm?
What do you mean by wake up via an alarm?
Did an alarm wake you up?
No.
Or did you need to wake up for some specific thing at some specific time? And you didn't have any more time to sleep?
Yeah.
Did you not have more time to sleep? Because you could have just slept an hour later.
No, because I immediately could not do this until my mom got back. So by the time I was done watching my niece, I immediately jumped to this.
Okay.
I had no time to sleep.
Do the right. Alright, so where are you headed? You want to go try and find more cells first, or you want to see if the 3 you have can get you anything else?
I want to see if the 3 I have can get to us anything else.
Alright, then head to the Jafar system.
I wonder how people would react if they added space combat with Samus's ship in a
It would
Metroid
make
game?
it would have to be like a mini game or something. It would just does that sound like a thing you'd see in a Metroid game? Is what I'm trying to say. You're not gonna make a whole game about them or make it a significant part of the game if you ask me. Unless it's supposed to be like a spin-off or something, but it's not a Metroid game if that's like a major focus, if you ask me.
The only idea I was thinking was what if it was like considered optional? So like
So that's what I
Right,
like a
like-
mini game or like a small part of it.
yeah, like my idea of a small part would have been come on.
Right. Yes, what's your idea?
Would have been like of how they like I don't know make it part of space travel open world and like you can either ignore enemies
Oh
or fight
boy.
them.
An open world Metroid game? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean
like-
open world space like space.
I get it. I get what you mean. I still don't know if I like the idea.
I don't know, I've seen
Metroidvanias thrive on an interconnected, handcrafted world. If you're gonna start like making an open world, like huge areas of the space where you can freely explore, it's gonna take a toll on the handcrafted nature of it. You can't handcraft everything, so a lot of it's just gonna like be kind of just nothing, which is sort of like the problem all open world games struggle with. But in this particular case with this like genre, I don't really see how it'd be interesting. It seems like it'd be particularly not a good idea. So I don't remember which way you went last time, and I don't think you do either. So are you you can use the map or something?
I know I have
So the door. So I remember the path over there behind you took 2 energy cells to go to, but there also is another path in the direction you're going that took 1 energy cell. So you can go that way first because it uses less.
that's what I was probably thinking that way.
Hello, Inglets. Literally an identical enemy. To your left? Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong area. My bad. I think you have to go up that elevator to get to the place, or like what's left of that elevator. Are you gonna charge your beam up for more than
Nope.
I really don't think it works.
But I get what you're saying to be hit to the open world.
I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of them in general, and I especially just think they just fundamentally are gonna clash with what makes a Metroidvania interesting.
I mean, I'm not a huge open world guy, but some. I thought.
Stop! Oh my god! Charge your beam! Or just like rapid fire if you're not patient enough to wait for it to charge. Okay, that does work. And missiles are it's hard to hit them with missiles, but it is possible. And it does like basically one shot them, I think, if it does work. You have to try and catch them while they're in the middle of doing something else.
What the?
Is it the Metroid? If you had just put it in faster.
The remote was not responding.
You gotta fight the air a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally liked how, like, at least Legends Arceus. Yeah,
That's not a Metroidvania game.
I know.
That's the problem. It's not even close, honestly. It's more like an RPG. Ooh! You missed that corpse disintegrating! Oh my god. Like,
Didn't miss that one.
pay attention to one thing at a time. Free energy tank, that's not bad. Where does that go?
Wait, is that corpse stuck in?
Probably behind the glass. Oh, no, it's stuck through the glass. Excuse me. What are you trying to do? They don't all disintegrate. Not every trooper is killed by a Metroid, and that's why you have some that don't. I feel like that guy, damn. Oh, if he fell out. Interesting.
Bless you.
Thank you. You don't have to kill that thing if you don't want to.
What the?
Oh, I forgot they do that. Curse. Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen them do that. Probably because they die in one hit. Ooh, I think you're in the right spot, actually. Ooh, you're getting lucky. You might not actually need to go for any more. But you do need to get that thing out of the way.
Let's find out how to do that. Wrong visor. That's a logbook.
I forgot about that. These give you clues to find energy cells if you need them. Just like the artifact temple, remember that?
Oh.
Oh, I completely forgot about those things. I don't think you need them, but if it turns out you do, make sure you scan as many as you can. There's something you can target.
Huh?
There's something you can target.
Can I be honest? That was just a pure guess to see if that would work. Because I was like, regular shots don't work. Let's try explosions.
Yeah. Like, first of all, that's worked on a lot of different things so far. And second of all, like, what else are you gonna try?
Power bombs?
I don't even have those, Bleach. They're not actually in this game.
Bombs?
How are you gonna get a bomb over there?
Place it. Go out of the ball and kick it.
Please stop trying to justify this.
Phazon beam?
Why would you need that?
Overkill?
Why would that be the first thing you try?
No, that would be the last thing I try.
Oh, forget this.
Oh, hi.
Your friend is back.
Wait, did I just hit him out of it?
You did indeed. That's why you never stop firing against this thing. Fortunately, you did not hit it fast enough, and now you have a Metroid to deal with. You might want to just shoot the hatcher. You're gonna run out of time. Like, that's your chance to hit it. If you don't take it, I might get the tentacles back. Oh, it's lucky. All right, just like use hyper mode to kill the Metroid or something. Okay, that works. Yeah, you can shoot the tentacles while it's doing attacks. It's very useful. Oh, lucky that Metroid missed.
Where the hell is it?
Up there for some reason.
Pardon me? What the? What?
Doesn't seem to behave very well in this room.
Uh,
I don't know why you're not locking on. You gotta look at it. I'll have fun shooting it up there. That's coming down. There you go. These things
That
are a
wasn't
lot
so
less.
hard.
These things are a lot less annoying than I remember.
that thing wasn't so hard. Though I realized I probably could have just fled and not fight it. If that
Absolutely needed to fight it, Blaze Jr.
How did I mess that up?
Pretty sure you're not getting through this room if you don't like kill it.
Why is that? Barrier. It would have
There's
protected.
gotta be something that stops you, right? Yeah, this is just an elevator up here. The door is probably locked. What kind of boss could you run away from?
You'd be surprised.
Yes, bosses that you're supposed to run away from. Oh, he's carrying his base pirate. Yeah, like, yeah, I know, Bleach, you're thinking, like, oh, unwinnable fights. You're supposed to run away for story reasons, but, like...
Oh, no,
this
that's
is
not what I
a
was
fight
talking
he's
That was not what I was
unwinnable.
talking about. Like, I've had the fights that you could just leave the boss room, save, and then... How the fuck did he miss me?
That is... alright, that's...
And then...
But, like, you couldn't go forward. You couldn't just run around it.
Then I mean, like, it's like you could like save and then go back to the boss room and he's still there waiting.
Yeah,
for you.
I get it, Bleach, but you couldn't go forward, which is what you were suggesting.
Oh. Probably, yeah.
Check this thing out. Ah, too bad you don't have the code. I don't remember where you get this code.
Fuck.
Try. You're trying to make a dumb joke.
Sorry, I haven't jogged through to you. Don't understand that one.
I think I actually get it more than you think, but whatever. I know 5 is the funny meme number. I just don't know why. And no, it's not an invitation for you to explain it. Just play the game.
Because the actual explanation would have been just said in one of his alerts.
But why is that one of the alerts? That would be the real explanation.
That I actually don't know. No one would have to ask him.
Well, very convenient. There's a leftover space pirate ship here.
Yeah.
Looks like you just got what you came here for. Nice. You didn't actually have to go get any other... No backtracking. You skipped it. Nice.
The data you just acquired appears to
I
be
lucked out.
command code.
You did. You could have actually without knowing which way to go, you could have accidentally used the energy cells somewhere else in the ship, and then you need to get more.
It is likely
That said, there are like more
lies
energy
before
tanks
the
and missile
light
expansions and shit to
before
get here,
the
which
pirate
will take the
light.
other energy cells to get if you want them. That's up to you. But at this point, you can head to the end of the game right now.
Leviathan and use that code.
I do wonder if it's enough time to like. How much time do you have left?
Honestly, like, I work at 4. I need to probably get a few minutes of rest. Probably like I'm gonna take like half an hour of rest. Rest, walk the dog. I'll have to leave by 3:30 to take my shower for work. Probably have a quick bite to eat for lunch. If I wanted to, I could.
It would take under an hour. It would take under an hour for sure. Maybe even like 30 minutes. Just know that if you do start, you won't be able to save in the middle.
Well, the question is, how long is the final boss?
I just got finished saying the entire final sequence, just not just the boss, is probably. I'm gonna have to estimate like half an hour. Definitely under an hour for sure. I could be wrong, but maybe it's close. You might want to take. Let's go with like a 30 minutes to an hour estimate. It's up to you.
Based on my work schedule I sent you.
I could easily come up with another day, yeah. It's just hard to not want to do it right now because, excited. Also, it's going to be a short stream when you do it. That's the other reason.
I mean, that's fair.
I have no idea how you got away with that.
I don't know either, but I don't care. How'd he miss me?
Probably because you're jumping like an idiot randomly. Alright, so what's the verdict? Save either way, obviously. Okay, alright. Actually, you don't have to make the decision right this second. You can go activate the Leviathan and it's going to give you like the, okay, are you ready to go? I'm pretty sure. By that point, you can make your decision. Just save again, get to the pirate home, just in case.
Right.
It's like land, go back into your ship, save, and then head towards the thing.
So I can open it, but I don't have to go in yet. Is what you're saying?
I believe so. Yes. You'll know if you'll know if the game is like giving you warnings about like, okay, you can't go back. This is the end. You know to stop then if that's the case. But you can keep going as far as you can until you get there. I think you should be able to at least like put the code in and then go back to your ship. And then you can save one more time. I think they let you do that. Might be wrong, but that's why you saved again here just in case.
Yeah, we'll see if we can do that, and then we'll. Honestly, I feel like next stream feeling exploring a bit more for like maybe an hour, then use the last an hour or so.
Oh, I guess you could go back to Norion if you want. There's a section there you haven't done. It's the easiest way to like explore more without like really just like aimlessly looking for stuff. Well, not aimlessly, but like it is the most straightforward approach I can think of.
God, this door loads forever. Oh, it's still here. Like, how many fuels of those packs are left? If I may ask.
1 second.
I know there's a spot that requires 2. I'm just not sure if there's any more past there.
What was your question?
Like how many of those fuel packs are left for me to get to?
Energy cells? I don't know how you get fuel packs from that.
Energy cells, yes. That's the what I was looking for.
I don't remember how many you got. It's easy to check, but I don't know how many you got. You have to go into your menus to see how many you have, and then I can tell you. Probably 2. Like, oh, actually, no, it is here. Inventory. There, that's it. That's it. Only 3. Okay, it just shows it to you really easily. All right. The 3 that are there are just like bonus. You don't have to get them. But there are only 3 left. However, I do want to warn you, at least a couple of them. At least one is really annoying to get, and I'm probably going to have to explain it to you because I don't think you're going to get it. That might take a while if you want to try and figure it out yourself. And even with me helping, I will have to remember how to do it as well, precisely. So it may not be very easy to do, but the one on Norion is simple. You can at least get that one. If you want, and there's also other stuff there, like, I don't know, whatever you want.
Samus, we have gained control of the Leviathan. Now we'll be able to open a wormhole and warp to phase. It's time to end this. Once you rendezvous with the fleet, we'll head straight into the belly of the beast. I look forward to fighting alongside you again, Samus. Godspeed.
All it's going to tell you to go is, yeah. So you just
when
you go there when you're ready for the end game. That's it. Head back to your ship and save.
Okay.
And yes, once you start the end game, there will be no save stations. This is your last chance to save.
Almost exactly like most of the other.
It's a little bit more than that. It's not just the final boss. There's a little bit before it. You just don't have a save station at all in that area. It's sort of like if you take the small area, the V Impact Crater, like approaching Metroid Prime, and make that into and basically expand that.
Once you join the fleet.
And yeah, it's telling you there.
Yeah, I know I think you recommended Dread to me sometime as well.
Of course.
Take heed, Samus. Once you join the fleet and the wormhole to phase is opened,
That is not like an invitation for me to like play it with you, though. I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. But I think you should play it personally, like because I think you will enjoy it. And maybe I'll watch you play, but I don't think I'm gonna like be joining you for like these streams anymore. Well, at least for the time being.
That's fine. We've both been very busy, from what I can tell. And I do apologize that I took so long. Busy schedule along with January was just packed full of stuff.
It's water under the bridge at this point. Just try not to do it again if we do this again.
You know I would never meant it intentionally.
Well, nobody means... Most people don't mean, like, mistakes like that intentionally. Just as long as you learn from it. Alright, so is your decision to stop here?
Yeah, when we pick this up, we'll go to Norion, get as many of the remaining 3 fizzles as we can.
So I'm gonna tell you what's one time. There's one on Norion, and there's one on Elysia, and one on Brio you haven't gotten. So you have to go back to all of the locations. And the one on Brio is the really annoying one.
Okay, so we'll save that
The
one
Elysia
for
one's
last.
easy to get to relatively, but it's a bit of a trek. The Brio one, I don't know if you want to even bother.
Yeah, that'll be it for now. We'll figure out a day between my work schedule that we'll finish this.
Alright, I will, before the end of the day, come up with, like, something. I saw a few days in there that worked out pretty well. Don't
I'll
worry.
update you for the rest of March as since I have that schedule. I will not go into the April dates since that one.
That's fine, we shouldn't need to.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like this, and I'll hope we can, whenever Metroid Prime 4 comes out, that we could do this again. Oh, wait, I just remembered. Metroid Prime 4 was going to be on Switch, and I have a Switch Lite.
Well, you might have to do something about that.
I am planning on purchasing a regular Switch just for family.
You might as well just get a Switch. Might as well just get a Switch OLED at that point. If you're gonna have to buy a whole new Switch anyway.
I mean, how much more expensive is it compared to the base Switch?
I don't know, like 50, 100 something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, if I feel I don't need a Switch OLED and I can just use the regular Switch, fine. I'm getting a regular Switch. I try to be reasonable with my spending.
It's $50 more.
I'm still
To the
good.
advantage, like if the Switch OLED existed, I would have gotten it. Like my Switch. And if I ever buy a new one, I might as well go with the most up-to-date one, if you ask me. It's not a massive difference in price. $50 is like whatever.
I'm still gonna try and at least be reasonable. Cause I've seen like people like wanting to buy like a $4,000 computer hard drive for gaming. People like asking.
A $4,000 computer is like absurd. Very few people are buying that. You're gonna find prices more in the 1,000 to 2,000 range for like most sane people. You don't have the right idea.
Oh
about
no,
how much money
I
is
agree,
going.
but like I'm just giving you like I will not.
Also,
I'll
are
try
you
to
still
do-
streaming?
Oh yes.
You should probably end the stream and then we can talk about this.
Yeah, fair. But I'll see you guys around. Possibly Tuesday if my plans Tuesday change, but maybe Thursday because I wanna at least Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to use that time to try and test my new internet I'm getting. Which I'm glad we got this before that came in. Yeah, until then, later, everyone.